Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL hockey previews and predictions for a Thursday. It is January 12th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Thirsty Thursdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by your good friends right here at atsstats.com. All right, let's get to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and as I said yesterday, on the season, the favorites have won 60.1% of the game, but only covered 42% on the puck line. And last night, 3-1, only 4 games in the NHL last night. The favorites winning 75% of those games, going 3-1, but only 1-3 against the puck line. So you did have some underdogs and 1-goal games. And on the 7-day average, 58.6% of the favorites is a little bit lower than the year-to-date average. On the 60-day average, you got 60.5, and the over-under the last 7 days, 54.1% of the hockey games have gone over the total. All right, you got 12 games tonight in the Bettman circuit. We'll kick it off in Beantown with the Boston Bruins taking on the Seattle Kraken. Now, the Bruins, the top team in the NHL at 32-8. Minus 238 is the line here tonight. 6.5 is the total, and we're going to go Boston in this one. 3.5 to 3.1, the over-under at 6.72. The Seattle Kraken coming off a 4-3 win over Buffalo. They are now on a 6-game straight-up win streak, 7-3 in their last 10, while the Boston Bruins winning 7-1 against the Ducks. That was 3 days ago. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. Winnipeg Jets taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Sabres on a 2-game lose streak right now, but they're 7-3 in their last 10 games. We're going to go Winnipeg in this one. 3.5 to 2.9, the over-under at 6.55, so we do like this game to go over the total. However, your Kogo's at a very low 34% on the percentage play. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. Dallas Stars 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games, 2-7-1 to the under, take on the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers off a 4-3 win over the Wild, and we're going to go with the Blue Shirts here, 3.1 to 2.5, the over-under at 5.73, and we're going to give New York a 59.3% chance of winning. The Dallas Stars' last 4 games have gone under the total. Toronto Maple Leafs escaped with a narrow win last night against the Predators. 2-1 was the final, taking on the Detroit Red Wings. And you got an Original 6 Classic here tonight. You got the Maple Leafs, a 141 favorite. That's a little interesting because on my value index, I had them listed at minus 202. So be careful here today. I'm going to show you some stats in just a few minutes on this game. But we're going to lean with the Maple Leafs in this one, 3.7 to 2.9, the over-under at 6.69. Toronto entering the game on a 3-game win streak. The Montreal Canadiens going to host those same Nashville Predators who lost last night in Toronto 2-1 to the Leafs. And Montreal, they got booed off the ice the other night against the Seattle Kraken. That's because they're coming off a 4-0 loss to Seattle. And we'll see if Martin St. Louis Habs are ready for this one tonight at the Bell Center. Nashville, a 145 favorite, 6.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with the Preds in this one, 3.4 to 2.7, the over-under at 6.22. The last 3 games for Nashville have gone under the total. Vancouver Canucks taking on the Bolts. That's the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are a 2.63 favorite here this evening. 6.5 is the total, and we're going to go with Tampa in this one. 3.6 to 2.6, the over-under at 6.24, and that seems like a lot of sixes right there, but it is what it is. And speaking of the chance of winning, there's another 65.7% chance of winning for Tampa Bay. Last 2 games for both these teams have gone over the total. Vancouver Canucks 17-23 on the season, while Tampa Bay 25-14. Carolina Hurricanes off a tough loss to the New Jersey Devils the other night, taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets, one of the worst teams in the NHL, at 12-28, 2-8 in their last 10. We're going to lean with the Canes in this one, 3.4 to 2.9, the over-under at 6.42. Carolina struggling as they lost their last 4 games, and the last 5 have gone over the total. Minnesota Wild off that 1-goal loss to the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden, travel to take on the other team in New York, the Islanders, as a 115 favorite, 5.5 is the total. We're going to go with the Wild in this one, 3.4 to 3, the over-under at 6.43. Minnesota coming in this game on a 3-game losing streak. Same thing for the Islanders, and their last 3 have gone under the total. Calgary Flames losing to the St. Louis Blues in their last game, so we got a back-to-back game situation here between the Blues and the Flames, and we're going to go right back to Calgary on this one. 3.5 to 3.1, the over-under at 6.72. The Flames a 159 chalk here tonight, 6.5 is the total. Calgary on a 2-game straight-up and puck line losing streak. Their last 2 have gone over the total. Colorado Avalanche taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Now the Avs a minus 323 favorite, the over-under is 6.5. ATS forecast system play, gonna go with the Avs in this one. 3.4 to 2.8, the over-under at 6.26. So we do like this game to stay under the total, and we're gonna give the Avalanche a 64.5% chance of winning compared to 38.7 for Chicago, who are playing on 3 days rest. They're on a 2-game win streak off a 4-3 win over Calgary in the last game, while the Avalanche losing 5-4 to the Florida Panthers. And also, don't think about Colorado on the puck line. They're 1-9 against the puck line in their last 10. The Ottawa Senators off that 3-0 loss to Nashville the other night, taking on the Arizona Coyotes in the desert. The Sens a 159 favorite. The over-under is at 6.5. Forecast going to go with Ottawa in this one. 3.4 to 2.7. The over-under at 6.16. So we do like this game to stay under the total. The Ottawa Senators coming in on a 2-game losing streak, while the Arizona Coyotes have lost their last 6 games. Also, their last 3 have gone under the total, and we're giving the Kogo tonight a 69% chance of going over the total. That's because a lot of these games have gone under for both these teams. And your final game of the evening will be played at the T-Mobile Arena between the Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers. Panthers off that big win over the Avs, 5-4 was the final, while Vegas losing to the Kings 5-1 in their last contest. They're playing on 4 days rest, so they'll be ready for this one, and they are 27-15 on the year. And for Florida, they need to get back to 500. They're 19-23, 4-6 in their last 10, but we're going to go Vegas 3.5 to 2.9, the over-under at 6.46. All right, let's take a look at your stats and trends of the day, and we're going to go with the Boston Bruins here, as they are 19-3 as a home team with a total of 6.5 this season, and that's good for 86.3%. Folks, you can get the 80% Club stats and trends each and every day right here at atsstats.com. And as I always say, trends are your friends, but they don't pay the rent. All right, your number one sports betting option tonight is those Ottawa Senators. Yep, they are neutral for 23 days. That means they are either 3-4, 4-3 in their last 7 games. They're coming in battle tested tonight at 57% on the strength of schedule. And against those C-type teams, it's the only winning record they have. So they beat the beatables at 56%. And they're coming in on a 2-game losing streak. They're 7-11 on the road this year. I had the line listed at -126 on the daily market value index. And they're -159. And that, to me, is what I like. I like when a team is a little bit overvalued. I always compare it to that 2-for-1 pizza, or that pizza that's $40. And I'll take the $40 pizza tonight with the Ottawa Senators, who have a 51.9% chance of winning against the Coyotes. All right, your stats and trends of the day. Also, if you go to the Raymond Report, you go to NHL, free NHL stats, and you go in the pull-down menu, you'll see all the free Raymond Report Lite version. And I got a good interesting on both these teams, in fact, and it's a league system trend. Remember I told you the difference between a league system trend and a team system trend? A team system trend is only when it involves that team, but a league system trend is when it involves every other team. And when you got an NHL team like the Leafs, who are a road favorite, the last 3 years versus a division opponent like Detroit, they're coming off a 1-goal win like they did last night against Nashville, and they allowed 1 or less goals against. That road team is 20-4 straight up, so consider that here tonight. And I remember I told you on this game, I would have something else on Detroit on the puck line. So I'm looking maybe at a 3-2, 4-3 type game here tonight, favoring Toronto. So if you do like Detroit on the puck line, I like the Leafs here. I don't like that line. -140 is an interesting line. I thought it would be a little bit higher, like -180. But, they're playing in a back-to-back game situation. But if you do like the puck line, here's a nice stat supporting the Detroit Red Wings. Anytime you got a home dog like the Red Wings, total 6.5 after a non-division game versus a division opponent like Toronto. And they're coming off a 1-game win, and it was a 2-goal win. They are 16-4 for 80% on the puck line. So there you have it. That is your stats and trends of the day, courtesy of your good friends right here at atsstats.com. Good luck.